Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for part 2 of the frequently asked questions. I am Melanie from the Asian International College, India, and I'll be taking you through the remaining questions. Please do not worry if you have more questions after viewing this, as there will be a live question and answer session organized for every batch where you can raise these questions. I would suggest that you pen these questions down so that you can raise them during the session. Please also feel free to connect with your facilitator or the learning support team when the question arises through the course of your studies. So in the previous frequently asked questions series, my colleague Amrita would have gone through these 5 questions. I have completed my degree with a correspondence course. How are AIC courses different from the correspondence courses? We also spoke about how a working mother with young children or someone who has a busy traveling schedule would be able to manage this course. Amrita also spoke about the need to attend class and also the last 2 questions on tech support as well as having access to a PC or laptop at home. So if this is something that you do not have access to, please come in contact with us so that we can make arrangements for you with your supporting organization. So in this FAQ part 2, we will be covering another 5 questions. This would be a little longer video than the previous one. So the 5 questions that we will be covering will be: who can I contact if I have doubts during the program? One of our favorite will be: will there be exams? And will I get a certificate at the end of the program? How do I get feedback on my work? And where can we get textbooks or the course materials? So now let's quickly move on to the first question of the part 2 series. Who can I contact if I have doubts during the program? We do understand that learning on a new platform online may be nerve-wracking. Recall the first day you went to college. Most of us did not know where the lecture theatre or the lab is. Getting your notes sorted was a big issue first day in college. However, you'll be pleased to recall that you all survived first week by asking for directions from strangers, making new friends, checking with your course coordinator in the college, and then eventually enjoying college life and made some good friends. I assure you that this would be the same in this program. We have prepared many self-help videos based on the many frequently asked questions regarding getting around the learning management system to help you get around the class, and your facilitator, learning support staff are also here to help. Asking a peer in class may also be an option you can explore. Contact details of the facilitators and the learning support staff can be found in the learning management system. If you have watched video 2 of this orientation series, you would have gotten a better idea how to navigate around our learning management system. We would encourage that you drop the facilitator or the learning support staff an email if you are in doubt regarding the course content, the assignment requirements, or if you are traveling for work or family events. There will also be scheduled Skype session for you to get in touch with your facilitators. These Skype sessions are not mandatory, but it will be a good opportunity for you to clarify any doubts on the content or requirement of the assignments. You may also wish to write to your facilitator for him or her to vet your assignments if you would like some feedback before submitting. So do note that learning support personnel are embedded in the online classroom, and we do take a proactive rather than a reactive approach in terms of learning support. Our favorite questions: will there be exams? You will be very pleased to note that we do not believe in exams because it is not a good reflection of learning in our pedagogy. So there will be no mugging for exams and no memorizing. Instead, we look for application of knowledge through rather than reiterating the theory in your assignments. So when we talk about assessment of knowledge, how would we assess our learners if there are no examinations? There are 3 major assessment modes, which I'll be sharing with you. The first would be the discussion forum learning activities. This would be formative and summative in nature. The remaining two will be a minor assignment, which is a short reflective writing, and a major assignment, which is a longer in-depth submission. In the minor or major assignment, this may not only come in short essay forms, instead it could also be requiring you to put together a deck of PowerPoint slides or building a portfolio to display the knowledge you have acquired during the course. All submissions will be required by Wednesdays, 11:59 p.m. India Standard Time. You are encouraged to download a copy of the study schedule for the deadlines for the individual modules. So when we say assessment of learning through the three assessment modes, namely the learning activities and the minor and major assignments, what do we look for? So in the learning activities in the discussion board that you can access through the LMS, we look for these 4 items. Challenging a point of view and putting forward a new perspective, for a learner to relate to the theory to one experience, for someone to be able to offer support for a position based on the literature, as well as contributing to the peers' understanding by replying to your peers' discussion board posting. In the minor and major assignment, we look for papers or a submission that are presented in a persuasive and integrated manner. The paper or the submission needs to be outlined and clearly justify key concepts. The paper or a submission would apply theory in a real-world context using references and data as appropriate. And lastly, analyze issues critically and drew conclusions logically. So we also wish to bring out that it is very normal for students in India to be getting 80s and 90s out of 100 for their assignments or examinations in India. But this course is a little different. Getting over 70 is an A grade because we do use the UK grading system, which means that is a good grade. So what do we mean when we say that those requirements in the assignments that you submit? So we're going to show you by showing you a sample assignment that we have used in our previous courses. So I'm just going to pause here for a little while so that you could read this case study about Jane the teacher, who is keen to begin lesson planning and the kind of issues that she faced in her classroom. You may wish to pause the video so that you could read the question and then play the video again when you are ready to see the sample assignments. Right, I believe that you would have finished reading the question. If not, you can pause the video and continue reading and play it when you're ready to see the sample assignment. So this is a sample assignment submitted by one of our previous teachers. So in her submission, these are some things that she has covered. Again, I'm going to pause here for a little while for you to read her submission before proceeding to the key points that she has put forward. Right, I'm just going to move on to show you the key points that she has submitted. If you're not ready to move forward, you may pause the video to continue reading. So one of the things that she put forward was a new perspective, where misbehavior could be a result of attention seeking, and suggested flexibility and creativity on the part of the teacher. This student also related to theory to experience and gave good examples and said what she would have done in Jane's place. So she also referred to the literature She did not do this explicitly, but has referred to some course content. Her work would have been even better if appropriate literature was cited. So to read more about how you could do citation or referencing, there is a module in the student orientation program that will cover this. She also contributed to Pearce Understanding. She read 68 posts and replied to 10 with really good information and input. So now let's look at another learning activity sample that was submitted by student B. So again, I'm going to pause here for a little while so that you could read this submission. Once you're ready to move forward to see the key points put forward, you may click play again. So what has this student put together? So first of all, her work was plagiarized. What do we mean by plagiarize? You may review one of the modules on plagiarism and citation in the student orientation program to find out more and how you could avoid this by doing proper referencing. So in this submission, this student has in terms of putting forward a new perspective, she did very little analysis of the situation and explanation of what should have been done instead. In terms of relating to theory to experience, she gave strategies, but they did not seem authentic. It appeared that she has plagiarized this from somewhere from the internet. So in terms of referring to literature, the work was entirely copied and pasted from a website which we found using Google search. And lastly, contributing to Pearce Understanding, she read 10 posts and replied to 3. However, in her replies to the 3 of her Pearce posts, they were pretty generic, like I like this or I agree type of comments. Instead, she would have done better if she would have said I like this because and I agree because of certain reasons. So based on the two assignments that you have, sample assignments that we have displayed, how do you think each of the learners has fared? So the first assignment has done well and has gotten an A, whereas the second assignment there was a lot of area for improvement. What the faculty did was to give her an opportunity to resubmit with proper referencing so that she could have done better. Right. So that was a little bit about the assessment criteria and what do we mean by each assessment criteria. So the next question that we will cover will be, will I get a certificate at the end of the program? Yes, all students who have completed the program with a passing grade for all the modules will receive a certificate. This would be a sample certificate. However, the course title will differ based on the program that you have applied for. On top of the certificate, all the learners will also be getting a copy of the transcript. On the front would indicate the grade for each of your module. You do notice that we do not use we do not use numeric grades in our transcripts, instead only alpha grades. There will be an overall grade for the overall grade that you have attained for the program on top of the individual module grades. At the back of the transcript, we will be indicating the grade descriptor of every grade that is attained by the student. So something different that we do at AIC India, we do have a competency level in terms of literacy skills, your learning skills, as well as your communication skills. So based on each learner's performance, this are also accessed through the course of the studies. Right, the next question will be, will I get feedback on my work? Yes, you'll be getting feedback in the following ways. For the individual feedback for minor and major assignments. For group feedback, we will be giving it in the form of a podcast or an announcement. This would be the overall performance from the class for that particular module. So questions or suggestions on your discussion forum post will be given to you via the discussion forum, and sometimes individual feedback for discussion board participation for each module. So to view the individual feedback for the minor and major assignments, there is a little video to show you how you can do it in the student orientation program. So please review those so that you can get the feedback that you need to make improvements for your next assignment. So the very last question of the frequently asked question series will be, where can we get textbooks or the course materials? All course content is available under the Content tab on the Learning Management System. There is no need to buy any textbooks or any additional reference books or journals for the course of the study. So the Content tab can be found on the Learning Management System where I'm circling on the screen now. So if you were to watch the gone through the student orientation program, you would have been able to find the content to all the modules of the student orientation program. That would also be similar how it would work on the program that you have enrolled into subsequently. So this brings us to the end of the frequently asked questions series. Do watch the last video of the orientation series titled Learning Strategies. Thank you very much, and we look forward to having you in our classroom. See ya!